because all jurisdiction means is control over you. Who's got the power to touch you and drag you in? Who did you cause harm? Because, like I said, it's very simple. Everybody knows the 10th Amendment says that whatever power isn't reserved with the federal government, the power is reserved then with the state and with the people. And power means to control over another person. So you have control over me when I'm stepping on your toes. If I'm stepping on your toes and you say, hey, buddy, you're stepping on my toes, back off, and I don't, well, then you have the power to control me, to control my actions. You got the power to push me off your feet. So you have jurisdiction and you have control and authority over me at that time because it's necessary for your self-preservation. So you have the jurisdiction. All jurisdiction means is you have the power to drag me into a court before a jury. Do you have that power? Do you have that authority? Of course you do. If I've caused you harm and you could prove that harm and you're willing to prove it and I won't settle the matter with you on a private side outside of the courtroom, you have to drag me in. So that way you get the marshals to drag me in or the sheriffs to drag me in to answer to your claim against me. So you have the authority over me, jurisdiction. That's all jurisdiction means. So you're challenging the judge. What man did I cause harm to that I was not willing to settle this matter on a private side that you believe, or somebody believes in this building, that you have the right to summons me here, drag me in, and then force me to do something? Who's got that power over me? So the judge would have to say, well, he does. It's like, okay, so you're claiming I've done you harm? He'd be like, well, no. Well, then you don't have jurisdiction over me. Who's got the right to claim that I caused him harm? Let that man come forward and speak his piece. I'll settle any matter that I caused any harm to anybody. That's all jurisdiction means. You guys must be getting extremely confused with the word jurisdiction means. It just means who's got the right to control the power over your body.
Right. And when the supposedly going to your brother, the prosecutor, they've been avoiding me like the plague. So what do you do?
The prosecutor is not the person that you've caused harm to. What you need, if you're saying that the prosecutor, it's like the prosecutor has to be prosecuting a claim. So you say to the prosecutor, whose claim are you prosecuting? Bring the person that I've caused harm. The prosecutor is more like the trustee. He's the one who's actually just performing a job for the person who made the claim, the trustor, the grantor.
Right.
So who made the claim? The prosecutor didn't make the claim. He's the trustee. He's acting on that claim. He's the worker. He has an EE at the end, like an employee. He is the trustee. He's the one who's moving the claim. The claim for who? Please bring the grantor, the trustor forward. Let him, and because everybody knows in ancient English law, to this day, the plaintiff must appear. The person harmed has the prosecutor. The one who's claiming he's been harmed has to appear at the trial. The defendant doesn't have to appear. The defendant could have a default judgment against him, or the defendant could have a lawyer represent him. But the person who's actually making the claim must appear so that the defendant could cross-examine him on the witness stand in open court.
That's right.
So he must appear.
Doesn't that defendant's name have to be on the charging instrument?
Honestly, no, not really. I mean, look at, like, say something simple like that guy named Prince. That guy, he had that funny symbol on his name. You know what? All you have to do is point across the courtroom and say, that man right there. I don't know his name, but I swear it's that guy right there, and I got 50 other people who'll point across the room and say, that guy did it. Do we know his name? Nah. We need an eyewitness. Just like the O.J. case, you need somebody to point across the room and point out O.J. killed that lady in Brentwood, California, until somebody comes forward and says, I don't know his name. It's like old Julius Landers, whatever his real name is. It's like, I don't know, but that's the guy. I saw that guy chop that lady's head off on that sidewalk that night. So do you need to know the name? Nah. That's not important. You just need to be able to point a finger and say, I've seen him do it.